So before we upload the nature footage, we want to circle back to a concept that we strongly believe in. So people might have this idea, basically a false conception, what it means to be spiritual, what it means to be religious. People might have an idea, well, it might mean to be serene, to be meditative, to be contemplative. They have like this certain idea, a certain image, but we reject the whole notion, anything of one size fits all. So vulgarly, our position is that the individual does not conform themselves to any one size fits all rubric. The individual conforms the disciplines in accordance to their own nature. To put it more sophisticated, one should seek out, should meditate upon their own nature, as we believe, speaking for ourselves, that each individual person is endowed with an intrinsic and unique inborn individual nature, intrinsic to each individual on an individual level, and that they should meditate upon their own nature and only then seek out spiritual paths, disciplines, and practices that accord to their own individual nature. So if people encounter, for example, a spiritual framework rubric, or basically a teaching that says, basically our opinion, we're not contemplative, we're actually born with a pretty abrasive personality, but basically the idea that, so embracing the individual nature, that's religious liberty, freedom of conscience. Because if there's a one size fits all and they say, you know what, you should be prayerful, you should be contemplative, you should be meditative. But basically, now if that's against your own intrinsic inborn nature, so if there's some type of discipline that doesn't accord with your own nature, then one should seek out disciplines that accord with their own inborn nature. Because any practices that does not accord with one's own nature, that only leads to frustration of purpose. They might ask themselves, why can't I be spiritual? Why can't I be contemplative? Why can't I be serene? Maybe you shouldn't pursue those things. Each person should pursue whatever practice that's within their own inclination. We're going to circle back to this on a much more deeper level.